Azure DevOps is a comprehensive suite of development tools and services designed to support the entire software development lifecycle. It provides a collaborative environment where teams can plan, develop, deliver, and operate software. Azure DevOps includes services like Azure Repos, Azure Pipelines, Azure Boards, Azure Test Plans, and Azure Artifacts. This presentation will delve into configuring projects and teams within Azure DevOps, focusing on developing a security and compliance plan. In today's digital landscape, security and compliance are paramount. Ensuring that your projects and teams adhere to security standards and regulatory requirements is crucial for protecting sensitive data and maintaining trust with stakeholders. Azure DevOps offers various tools and practices to help teams implement robust security measures and comply with industry standards. This presentation will explore these tools and how to effectively integrate them into your DevOps processes. Creating a new project in Azure DevOps is the first step in organizing your development efforts. A project acts as a container for all your work, including code repositories, pipelines, and work items. To set up a new project, navigate to the Azure DevOps portal, select your organization, and click on New Project. Provide a name, description, and visibility settings, public or private. Once created, you can configure various aspects such as version control, work item process, and security policies. Teams in Azure DevOps allow you to organize users and manage permissions effectively. Each team can have its own set of boards, backlogs, and sprints, enabling better focus and collaboration. To configure a team, go to the project settings and select Teams. Here, you can create new teams, add members, and assign roles. Properly configured teams ensure that the right people have access to the right resources, enhancing both security and productivity. Security policies in Azure DevOps help safeguard your projects from unauthorized access and potential threats. You can implement policies such as branch protection, requiring pull request reviews, and setting up build validations. Navigate to Project Settings and select Repositories to configure these policies. Additionally, you can use Azure Active Directory, AAD, to manage user access and enforce multi-factor authentication, MFA, for added security. Compliance with industry standards and regulations is essential for many organizations. Azure DevOps provides auditing capabilities to track changes and access to your projects. You can enable auditing by navigating to Organization Settings and selecting Auditing. This feature logs activities such as user sign-ins, project modifications, and security changes. Regularly reviewing these logs helps ensure compliance and identify any suspicious activities. Azure Security Center is a unified infrastructure security management system that strengthens the security posture of your data centers. Integrating Azure Security Center with Azure DevOps allows you to monitor and manage security across your DevOps environment. This integration provides advanced threat protection, security recommendations, and compliance assessments. To integrate, navigate to the Azure Security Center and follow the setup instructions for connecting your DevOps projects. Azure Policy helps you manage and enforce organizational standards and assess compliance at scale. By defining policies, you can ensure that your Azure resources comply with corporate or regulatory requirements. In Azure DevOps, you can use Azure Policy to enforce rules such as allowed locations, resource tagging, and security configurations. Navigate to the Azure Policy portal, create a new policy definition, and assign it to your DevOps resources to maintain compliance. Azure Pipelines enable you to automate the building, testing, and deployment of your applications. By integrating security checks into your pipelines, you can ensure that security is a continuous part of your development process. Use tools like static code analysis, dependency scanning, and container security scanning within your pipelines. Configure these tools in your pipeline YAML file or through the Azure DevOps portal to automate security validations and catch vulnerabilities early. Azure Key Vault is a cloud service for securely storing and accessing secrets, such as API keys, passwords, and certificates. Integrating Azure Key Vault with Azure DevOps ensures that sensitive information is managed securely. You can reference secrets stored in Key Vault within your pipelines by using service connections. This approach minimizes the risk of exposing sensitive data in your codebase and ensures that only authorized users and services can access these secrets. Effective monitoring and incident response are critical components of a security and compliance plan. Azure Monitor and Azure Sentinel provide comprehensive monitoring and security information and event management (SIEM) capabilities. Integrate these tools with Azure DevOps to gain insights into your environment, detect anomalies, and respond to incidents promptly. Set up alerts, dashboards, and automated responses to ensure that your DevOps processes remain secure and compliant. Adopting best practices for security and compliance in Azure DevOps is essential for maintaining a robust and secure development environment. Some best practices include implementing least privilege access, regularly reviewing and updating security policies, conducting security training for team members, and performing regular security assessments. By following these practices, you can create a culture of security within your organization and ensure that your DevOps processes are resilient against threats. Let's explore a case study of a company that successfully implemented a secure DevOps environment using Azure DevOps. The company faced challenges with managing security and compliance across multiple teams and projects. By leveraging Azure DevOps tools and best practices, they were able to streamline their processes, enhance security, and achieve compliance with industry standards. This case study will highlight the steps they took, the tools they used, and the outcomes they achieved. In conclusion, configuring projects and teams in Azure DevOps with a focus on security and compliance is crucial for modern software development. By leveraging the tools and practices discussed in this presentation, you can create a secure and compliant DevOps environment. The next steps involve implementing these strategies within your organization, continuously monitoring and improving your security posture, and staying updated with the latest Azure DevOps features and best practices. Thank you for your attention, and happy DevOpsing.